Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. Jessica Chastain is no stranger to telling real-life stories from Zero Dark 30 to The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Her new film, The Good Nurse, is compelling, but won't go in the direction you think it's going to. It's in theaters and streaming on Netflix, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Jessica Chastain plays Amy Loughran, a single mom and night nurse who is dedicated to her family and her patients. It's 2003 in New Jersey, and she works at an understaffed and underfinanced hospital that's just taxing her every step of the way. Now, what complicates her life even further is a heart condition, but waiting for a transplant and taking time off work really jeopardizes her family needs. Now, a little bit of relief comes when the hospital hires Charles Cullen. He's played by Eddie Redmayne. He's soft-spoken, really a gentleman who says that he's been going all over from one hospital to the next. They become good friends as he supports Amy at home and really helps her out whenever he can. 7 weeks later, though, the police start investigating his suspicious death at the hospital and believe that Charles may have been involved in this death as well as hundreds of others in hospitals all across the area. The film also stars Nnamdi Asomugha and Noah Emmerich as the two detectives working the case. The film is directed by Tobias Lindholm, who is best known for movies like Another Round and The Hunt. It's written by Christy Wilson Cairns, who adapted from the book of the same name by Charles Graeber. The Good Nurse could have played out like your standard serial killer movie, full of grisly images and shocking twists. But Lindholm really bucks that route by focusing on the relationship between Amy and Charles and the ultimate sacrifice that she had to make between her new friend and the patients who could become his next victims. The film opens with Charles bedside as one of his patients is coding. Now, he seems innocent enough, but I think that Lindholm also knows that he doesn't want to then just pull a bait and switch with his audience later on. So it's kind of set up early on that maybe we should be guarded with this character. Now, you might expect a fast-paced medical drama like Grey's Anatomy, but The Good Nurse is a quiet movie, very darkly lit. Even the sparse outbursts of anger seem sharply heightened and kind of out of place. The film really eases into this story, taking its time to establish Amy as the overworked single mom, leading into the working relationship and the friendship that she has with Charles. There's a real slow burn here, and I was waiting on some urgency at capturing him in order for the film to just kind of pick up its pace. You can really feel the roadblocks presented between the cops and the hospital staff as both systems are really working against each other as his victims pile up. And then the great Kim Dickens is also in the movie, but is really underutilized here as one of the hospital reps. The performances, though, by Eddie Redmayne and Jessica Chastain are really compelling, rich in vulnerability that just keep you interested in the story. Eddie Redmayne plays completely against type as he really treats Charles Cullen like that quiet, helpful, neighborly demeanor that he has. There's no reason why you shouldn't trust him, so you understand how Amy could open up and be vulnerable to him. And Redmayne shies away from that tendency to just play him as diabolical or manipulative. Jessica Chastain knows that Amy is a really empathetic person and makes that her driving force. You can really feel her resisting that kind of conflict of trust and the deception that is actually happening to her. The film shines a light on the broken nature of these systems that led this to happen. It seems less concerned overall with the number of victims and the specifics of Charles's crimes, but rather the fractured places that we find Amy and Charles in and the effect that he had on her. It's a character study, really grounded by Eddie Redmayne and Jessica Chastain's performances. I'm giving The Good Nurse 3 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I got to interview Jessica Chastain and Eddie Redmayne, and we talk about them going to nursing school for this movie and really what they learned about the nursing profession. I definitely think you should check out those interviews. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Paul's Movie Trip, and then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of The Good Nurse. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.